Welcome back to Unicate Talks, where we explore science and public health with honesty and clarity. This episode is about vaping and why it's not safe, not harmless, and not something to be taken lightly. Let's get into it. Vaping is often promoted as modern, sleek, and cleaner than traditional smoking. But behind the colourful packaging and fruit flavours is a growing body of evidence that tells a different story. The truth is simple. Vaping is harmful to your health, and the long-term risks are only starting to emerge. When someone vapes, they're inhaling a heated mix of chemicals into their lungs. Most vape liquids contain nicotine, an addictive stimulant that raises heart rate and blood pressure. But it doesn't stop there. Many e-liquids also include solvents, preservatives, and flavourings that are not tested for deep inhalation. These chemicals may irritate the airways, trigger inflammation, and even affect immune responses. Among the most common symptoms reported by vapers are coughing, throat irritation, chest pain, and breathlessness. Some experience dizziness, headaches, or nausea. These are early signs that the body is reacting to foreign substances it wasn't meant to inhale. And in some severe cases, there have been reports of lung damage so significant it's required emergency hospital treatment. Vaping doesn't just affect the lungs, it impacts the brain too, especially in adolescence. Nicotine exposure during key stages of brain development can interfere with attention, memory, and emotional regulation. It can also increase anxiety, fuel dependency, and lead to changes in reward processing in the brain, making other forms of addiction more likely. Let's be clear, even if a vape product doesn't contain tobacco, it still contains addictive and potentially toxic chemicals. Heating them and inhaling them into the lungs is not harmless. This behaviour isn't neutral, it carries risk. And for young people, that risk is multiplied. Flavoured vape products, which often resemble sweets or slushies, are heavily marketed toward younger users. These products may seem fun, but they are designed to hook people early. Many users report struggling to quit, even after using vapes for only a short period. The nicotine content can be much higher than expected, especially with disposable or imported products. Vaping culture is also changing social norms. Instead of replacing smoking, vaping has become its own trend, visible in schools, buses, and public spaces. That means more people are exposed to second-hand aerosol, even if they've never touched a device themselves. The visible clouds may seem harmless, but they contain ultrafine particles and volatile organic compounds that linger in the air. Some people think vaping is a good way to manage stress, but what starts as a quick release can turn into dependency. Over time, the body adjusts to regular nicotine hits, needing more just to feel normal. This can lead to withdrawal symptoms, irritability, and increased anxiety when trying to stop. It's not just a habit, it's a cycle. There's also the environmental cost. Many disposable vapes contain lithium batteries and plastic casings that are not biodegradable. They end up in landfills or as litter, leaking chemicals into soil and waterways. Vaping may feel clean, but the footprint it leaves behind is anything but. So what's the message here? Vaping is not a harmless alternative. It carries risks to your lungs, brain, heart, and environment. And it's especially dangerous for young people whose bodies are still developing. Just because something is legal doesn't mean it's safe. At Unicate College, we believe in cutting through the confusion with real, evidence-based learning. Our public health and behavioural science programs prepare students to face modern health challenges with knowledge and confidence. If you want to make a difference, whether through education, advocacy, or policy, join us. Together we can push for a healthier future built on facts, not fads. Thank you for joining us on Unicate Talks, And a special thank you to Dr. Watkis for helping shape today's episode with scientific clarity and public health insight. Until next time, stay informed, stay aware, and remember, your health is not worth the gamble.